All right. Action.
All right, good afternoon and welcome. How beautiful was that video? I'm Susan Spears, President and CEO of the Fredericksburg Regional Chamber of Commerce, and it is my honor, my duty to be here today with you to celebrate 25 years in business for SimVentions. Yeah. What a momentous day in their history. Today we come together to celebrate a quarter century of innovation, perseverance, and growth. 25 years is no small milestone in any business's journey, and I'm honored to share this special moment with all of you. 25 years ago, SimVentions began as a small defense engineering firm with just 3 employees and a single government contract. Over the years, they expanded the workforce to almost 500 employees across multiple offices, including locations here in Stafford, Virginia, Dahlgren, Virginia, and Virginia Beach, Virginia. SimVentions will tell you that your success is their honor. But the thing is, they genuinely mean this. Anybody that's done any kind of business with them knows this to be true. They are here for their customers, here for their employees, their teams, and here for their community. They are family-oriented, and they make everything they touch better. The Chamber of Commerce is proud of SimVentions for their commitment to excellence and service. We are proud that you call this region home, and we look forward to supporting your continued success. Now let's hear from one of the founders, CEO Larry Rick.
Is the mic picking me up? All right, yeah, this is wonderful. Paul, this is an amazing video, or whoever had a hand in it, Paul, I assume you did. I don't know what more I can add to our story than what you just saw and witnessed, but let me try. I've got a few words here I want to share. And I thought a good place to start would be at our foundation, and that's going to be our purpose statement. And we've always been a company that has sought to honor, please, and glorify God in all that we do. And we all have always felt that we can do that best by operating on biblical principles. And it's that foundation that has really drawn all of us together over time over the course of our 25 years. And so I want to start by thanking God. I truly believe us standing on that biblical foundation has brought the blessings of God and His providential hand of guidance on this company over our 25 years. There are many trials and tribulations that I could share, a lot of celebrations and great things and joys that have happened. Folks who have walked with us, and we had to walk with them as they passed away. Plaques are in the chapel here around the corner. All of that has really, I see as God's hand and God's blessing and God's providential hand in guiding our company over those 25 years. And so first and foremost, I want to thank God for His blessing and care on our company. From there, the next group that I want to thank really falls into 3 camps. And the first camp is all of you, all of our employees. Whether you've been here from the beginning, Paul Gustafson, one of the founders, along with Steve Goss and myself, for the entire 25 years, or whether you've been here just for a day, and it's going to be Lauren Johnson, I think our newest employee, who we just onboarded Monday. Each and every one, from the president to the CEO to our receptionist at each of our offices, everyone matters and everyone makes a difference. And everyone has kind of woven themselves into who we are today and have been critical to the success that we've enjoyed over those 25 years. So I want to thank each and every one of the employees. I can't name everybody, or I would. I start to go through names, I'm going to leave somebody out. Everybody has been just truly amazing, and I'm just grateful for the family that we have today that's going to continue to walk this company forward for the next 25 years. The next group is our community. There is no better place to live than Fredericksburg. And there's no better chamber than our Fredericksburg Chamber of Commerce. They have been a good friend to us over all of our 25 years of existence here in Fredericksburg. We started in my home in Stafford County. We jumped to Spotsylvania County. We jumped back to Stafford County. And the Fredericksburg Chamber has been there all along. And so we really thank you and your partnership. And really, all of the other community companies, 501c3s, ministries that we have partnered with over the years. There have literally been hundreds of organizations that we have supported, that our employees have a heart for, that we have come alongside. The most current one will be here tomorrow. This will be cleared out. There will be assembly lines put in, and we're teaming with Rise Against Hunger, and we're going to be packing up over 20,000 meals as part of that ministry, and they will be sent somewhere in the world that's in need. And so I'm just really thankful for this community and the heart that all of you have to serve this community, and I want to thank you for that. And then, last but not least, for sure, is our customers. It takes a lot for our customers to put their trust in us, to give us a contract, and for us to execute that contract in the time frame we set, for the cost we set, with the excellence that we told them that we would deliver. And all of you have been instrumental in helping us to deliver on those promises time and time again. So I want to thank our customers for trusting in us. And I think an example of their trust is the growth that we've had over those 25 years, from starting with 3 of us to being, close to, 460 now, 450 today. So I want to thank them. I shared these statistics at all hands, and I think they're worth sharing with you. Only 20% of the companies that get started make it to their 20th year. And roughly about 10% make it beyond their 25th year. In fact, almost half don't even make it through their first year. And so in order to have that kind of success that we have had here in the Fredericksburg community, I reached out to Forbes, to Inc., and ultimately to ChatGPT to say, okay, what are the characteristics that define a great company to allow it to be sustained over 25 years? And I'm going to read what they came up with, and I think they stole it from our list of core values. Okay, it's pretty amazing. Okay, here they are. The first factor was a strong business model. We have that in spades. The process we go through of updating our vision, rebuilding our strategic development plan, putting IPTs behind that plan to make sure we're executing the things that matter and that move the company forward. That 3-year, 1 to 3 year outlook cycle that we have instituted, that isn't only great work, but a lot of fun to participate in. I would put up against any mechanism that a company might have. So we have that strong business model. Effective management and strong leadership. We have both of those. We have both effective management and strong leadership. And it's been the core of the reason why we've been able to grow over the years. Delivering on our promises isn't easy. It takes a commitment from people across the gamut, and it takes strong leaders and strong managers to make sure that we're executing that time and time again, over and over again, especially as we have a growing customer base. Financial stability. We have had that from day one, and we have it even more so in spades today with our current financial team. And so I'm just really grateful for the care that this company has shown over its 25 years to manage our resources in a way that honors every dollar that we earn as a company. And so, over our 25 years, I'm proud to say, and I don't know how many companies can say this, we have never missed a payroll. And we have had to sacrifice to be able to make sure that the payroll has been made, but we have never missed that. And I'm pretty proud of that, and I'm just thankful really for the team we have behind us that's managing all of that to make sure that happens. We've never failed to pay a subcontractor. We've never failed to pay one of our suppliers. And I'm just really proud of that. That speaks to our heart. And I'm thankful for that. The next is customer focus. Each of the employees here and our employees across the company have a heart for the customer that they're serving. No matter who that is, whether it's an internal customer or an external customer, it takes each of us kind of executing that has allowed us to be successful. So I'm grateful for that. And then, last but not least, I couldn't believe I saw this in the list from ChatGPT, was innovation and adaptation. Wow. Imagine, create, explore, discover. We just saw that in the video. Being able to innovate and being able to adapt as technology changes. Those have been hallmarks of who we are. We're going through that today, always chasing what comes next and how do we prepare for it. And so, having that listed and having that be one of our core values was pretty special. So those were the list of characteristics that ChatGPT, Forbes, and Inc. magazine kind of listed as what makes a company successful. And again, I think we have this in spades, and I'm thankful to each one of you for that. I quickly want to run through the reasons why a business may fail. So why don't businesses make it to 25 years? And so here are three: rapid expansion. You grow too fast and everything really just kind of blows up off that fast growth. Now there have been years where we have grown fast. I mean, we've been in Inc. magazine 4 different years on their Inc. 5000 list as one of the fastest, privately held growing companies here in the U.S. But we didn't sustain that level of growth. And I think, on average year over year, we've grown about 15% to 20% year over year. And so that's a great growth rate, sustained growth rate over that time. It's been, 50%, 60%, 80% in some years, and 5% in other years, but it balances out, and so I'm grateful for that. Poor financial management, we haven't had that, but if you try to invest too quickly in the wrong things, you lose your ability to sustain yourself. And so again, that financial management that I talked to earlier has kept us out of that pit hole. Failure to adapt is the last one. Being able to innovate and adapt is critical, and I appreciate all of you for being able to do that on a day-in and day-out basis. So with all of that kind of as the background and as the foundation, I want to go back to the 5 words that we use to define our culture, because I think our culture plays a big role in who we are and in the success of who we are. And those 5 words are: your success is our honor. And you hear that over and over again, and I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of saying it, because it is true. The culture really is a reflection of the morality of the people that are in that group that kind of make up that culture. And there's no better statement than your success is our honor that captures the culture and the heart of who SimVentions is, our desire to want to serve wherever we can, in whatever way we can, whether it's our customer, each other, or our community as a whole. I really appreciate that. And so I believe it's that culture, it's that servant heart, it's that motto, it's our core values, our purpose, our mission, our vision statement, and the providential hand of God, where I kind of started, that has guided this company over 25 years, and I believe will continue to guide this company for the next 25 years. So thank you all very much, and I appreciate it. And Joe, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Great job, Larry. What can I say that Larry hasn't already said? I don't know, maybe I'll find a different way to say the same thing and look as smart as he does when he's up. But first of all, Larry, thank you for your dedication to this company. Paul Gustafson and Steve Goss, who is here with us today, for having a vision 25 years ago to start a company who focused on their employees, who focused on the work that's being done, and through all those things, take care of the customer and do good things in your community. The successes that we've had over the 25 years were laid out in the foundation that you guys put in place 25 years ago. They're bedrock to our culture, they're bedrock to who we are, and regardless of who's managing and leading the company, that will be the sustaining legacy for everyone who supported the company over these 25 years. Larry used a lot of terms that I thought were really interesting. Your success is our honor is a big part of who we are. It's our tagline. But you can take individual words out of that slogan and focus, and it could mean something different to everybody. Who's your when we say that? What defines success, right? We've always looked at first making sure we're the company that takes care of our employees. And we've done that at every turn. And even to the transition of being a privately held company by a majority ownership factor to going to an employee ownership program where now every employee of the company is an employee owner. That transition is not a small transition, and it's a continued reflection of the dedication of the culture of the company towards its employees. The gifts and talents of the company have been put to use over those 25 years. It does not take a political science major to look in the news today and see what's happening around the world. There are systems that are being deployed on a classified level and an unclassified level that SimVentions has touched. You should be proud of the level of support that we're providing to serve our country, to serve the nation, to keep our warfighters safe, and to keep freedom the way it should be. Your hands on those things are important. The level of technical excellence that we have is unparalleled in our industry. I have the distinct benefit of being able to connect with our political leadership, with our customer leadership, with peers in business and all that. And your reputation, I'm talking to our employee owners, is without equal. The reason why this company has been successful for 25 years has been the employees of this company, which has included the 3 founders, and George Hughes, who really I consider a founder as well, who came along shortly after the founder started the company. Your role in our future for the next 25 years is as critical as it's been over the last 25. So this 25-year celebration, which is what it is an anniversary celebration. It is the beginning of the next 25 years. Those of you who are married know when you celebrate your anniversary with your spouse, the next year is not a guarantee. You've got to work for those things. You've got to connect. You've got to look over the horizon. You have to adapt and overcome to the things that are being put in front of you. You have to apply yourself. So this is a challenge to all our employee owners. Let's make the next 25 years as great as we can together. We'll have to change. We'll have to adapt, right? We never know exactly what that's going to look like, but we will overcome anything that's put in front of us. And we will achieve great things and have an impact we can have on each other, on our customers, and the warfighters indirectly, and then through the community. So before we bring up the cutting here, I do want to thank Susan and the Chamber. You guys have been awesome partners for us. You've been there through the tears and the joy and everything, and your counsel and support in events like this to give us the opportunity to reflect and to take advantage of the great things that this region has. And your care and feeding for this community is unparalleled. So thank you, Susan. Thank you to the Chamber and everyone that's here. And then most importantly, thank you to all our SimVentions employee owners and everyone who has a hand in this. And that includes the many spouses who put up with the late hours, the long afternoons, and the travel, and the frustration and everything that comes with it. And for Barbara and for Julie, maybe some significant investment over the 25 years in the collateral and everything that comes with it. But truly appreciate everybody, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve the way we do in our community. So with that, Megan. Megan always just carries us in her pocket.
Get them behind you.
Watch out. Just tell me when to come.
Look at April. Everyone look at April.
Woo!